it's Shriner from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing Power Season 5, Episode 6, A Changed Man, okay? Has Ghost really changed? That's what we're here to find out in Episode 6. So I'm sorry that I'm late on my review. One of my very good friends got married on Sunday, and so then I had movies to cover this week, so I'm just now having time to sit down and watch this week's episode, even though the new episode coming on tonight at midnight. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna start with Kanan and Tariq. So we see that Tariq is back at school after he had the blow up with his dad on his birthday, and we see that Ghost tries to check up on him, but he ignores the phone call. And then Kanan texts him, like, hey, are you free tomorrow? And so he comes up to his campus and he's like, look, all these little rich white kids everywhere. Like, this is the perfect market for pills. And so we see that he goes with him for a ride to meet this guy who he used to be in jail with. And basically the guy was like, hey, we got to change our terms on this, like, pills. I can't do as much. And then Kanan was like, you must have me confused for somebody else because you're going to pay what you owe, what we agreed upon. Then he started beating the mess out of him. And then Tariq just sitting there watching. Then they almost get caught when they try to leave. And then the security guard's like, hey, I got a noise complaint. And then Tariq started hyperventilating and stuff. And so I was just like, this little boy, he just, even Kanan looking at him like, you clearly was made for this life. So we see that towards the end of the episode that Tariq's friend asked him for some of his pills that he saw that it was prescribed to him after the death of his sister, and he sells them to him. He tells Kanan, like, hey, like, I think, you know, we really do have a market here. Do you got some more pills? So this little boy, he gonna be a drug dealer, y'all. It's just a shame. It's a shame, but we knew it was coming. So enough about them. Tommy Daddy still ain't shit, okay? And he gonna never be shit, okay? Because he's still working for the DA's office. And basically, he comes up with this plan since Tommy has no more connect. He got too much product. Ain't nobody moving. Ghost can't launder his, can't clean his money anymore. And so he comes up with this idea about some ramen. Lord, who knew they was sneaking phones and stuff in some ramen noodle bowls, like all the way up to prison? So they got this new little business where that's how he gonna move his stuff. And so now his dad has a way to show them, like, hey, they're moving drugs. And so he tells Mock and whatever the other one name is, basically, y'all need to fall back because I gave y'all a little bit of advice about him cleaning Tommy's money, and then all of a sudden you audited him. And so you can't just be like, y'all just moving too fast. Just chill. Wait for the end game, okay? Y'all just doing too much too quick. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I just need someone to figure out that Teresi ain't shit like Ghost and Kanan did and just kill him. So we'll have to see what happens with Tommy's whole little arc. But can we talk about Tommy calling Angela J-Lo when basically Tommy's trying to help Angela frame Dre for being the distributor, working with the Jimenez instead of them trying to get Ghost and Tommy. And so he takes the tracker, puts it on Dre's car, and then basically he gonna send Angela a text message like J-Lo the tracker on. And I was just like, you're so disrespectful. But I was hollering and screaming what he really called her J-Lo. And so then he was disrespectful when she called him and was like, hey, this car ain't moved. He's like, didn't I tell you don't ever call me? I just say, Tommy, just chill. Like, I know you hate Angela. Most of us hate Angela. But why are you so mad? Like, she helping you out, you helping her out. Just be cool. So, who should I get into next? Do I go to Ghost? I guess we can go to Ghost. We're gonna end it on Tasha. So Ghost basically is trying to right all of his wrongs. And so we saw at the end of last week's episode that he goes to talk to Angela. I thought he was trying to get some and apologize. But it seems like Angie wasn't having that, y'all. Angie said, you are not going to get my kitty box, okay? You're not going to get that today. So they go, he sleep on the couch, he apologized to her, she goes sleep on her bed, and they do this really awkward, like, I'm tossing and turning because the one that I love is sitting in the other room and I can't touch them. I was just like, Lord, I don't think I would ever really accept Angela and Ghost together, but clearly that's what's going to happen. And so they kind of have this discussion, and but before she was about to tell him about her and Tasha banging on the door and come in, Ghost looking like, what the hell you doing here? She's like, what the hell you doing here? And so then they tell Ghost that, hey, basically Tasha and Angela have been working together to try to bury everything that happened with Tariq shooting Ray Ray. And so we see that she's going to be called in for questioning. This Blanca from Eternal Affairs, she is not letting this mess go. They're calling her in for questioning. So Ghost has to, they have this scene where basically he's just having to realize that my wife and then my side chick, they friends now and they working together and they didn't tell me nothing about it. See, it don't feel good, Ghost, do it. Nah. So he lets them do them because he is a changed man, y'all. He is working to change it. So he's going to put his trust put like his life in their hands and basically trust that they're going to work the situation out, even though he kind of really doesn't, because he goes to talk to Proctor, and poor Proctor, I think I'm about to have to uninvite him from the cookout because they closing in on Proctor. They didn't want to find this man wife. Ask his wife, like, where does he hang out with his little, his family got a little dirty past, and so he said he wasn't hanging out with his family, and then she told them where to go find them, and then clearly that shows that he committed perjury when he said he had no dealings with his father's side of the family. And so now they have him basically backed into a corner. And then Proctor comes up with this idea that was hella disrespectful. I was like, Proctor, you're better than this. But I understand desperate times call for desperate measures. So basically Proctor goes and hand delivers his ex-wife, her alimony check. And this fool literally slips a bag of cocaine in the alimony check while she walking up to her AA meeting or her whatever for the drug meeting, and tries to get her to relapse so all of this can go away. And I was like, damn, homie, like, you mad disrespectful for that. Like, I can't get down with that. And so clearly this is gonna make her even more upset. But now Mock has Proctor right where he wants him, and I feel like he's going to have to flip, okay? So we see that Ghost also tries to make amends with Dre. He tries to make a deal with Dre and be like, hey, let's call a truce for right now. And, let's just get this Queen's Project thing, like, ready to go. He tries to, like, talk to Tate. They kind of smooth things over for right now. At first, Dre wasn't feeling it. But we see that Dre has his own issues right now because the Jimenez, the sister, fighting against the brother because the brother thinks that the sister tried to set him up, which she did. But then he thought that Dre had something to do with it at first. And then Dre tried to make it seem like Tommy and Ghost had something to do with it. So now it's just too much. And so the sister came and basically told Drake, like, hey, you need to have somebody else be to blame because I ain't got time for no war. I told you I'm going to do no war, so you need to find somebody else. So he gets El Toro, the dude who claimed that he killed the one dude that didn't kill the dude because he really saw. And so then he basically has him blame somebody else, and then little did he know that he was about to die because the sister basically set him on fire, and it was just all bad. So we see that Dre and Cristobal are still going at it. We know that Kanan was killing Cristobal's men. Cristobal think that Dre got something to do with it, and it's just all bad. But I felt Spanky. I was like, Dre, you ain't found nobody to speak Spanish yet. You didn't want to go get no Rosetta Stone. You didn't want to figure out how to speak Spanish because clearly that's all that you guys deal with. You don't want to learn, like, I mean, it's a good skill to have to learn how to speak Spanish. You saw that Ghost knew how to do it. You saw how successful he was at that. I'm just like, I don't understand why you haven't figured this out yet, but I need you to get your life together because I feel like Dre is like slipping. He ain't got control of anything. And so he makes a deal with the devil, Ghost, that they're going to smooth things out, work it out. And then I guess Ghost is going to use this time to try to figure out how to kill him and learn more about what his business dealings are with the Jimenez. So let's get to Tasha. So Tasha is called into questioning by Blanca, whatever the hell her name is, called into question about her. And so they asked her about her gun because they know the ballistics report was buried and all this stuff happened. And basically Angela tells them like, hey, you need to go do the question so we can figure out what their case is, who they think did it. And so basically they are trying to pin this entire thing on Angela and Ghost and say that they tried to frame Tasha and show that she shot Ray Ray, when we know she didn't shoot Ray Ray because Tariq shot Ray Ray. So Blanca got the whole story wrong. But even when she told them, after she told her that Angela was the one who found the damn ballistic, like the bullet in the wall, and it caused all of this to happen, Tasha came home. She was like, oh hell no. So you sitting up here lying, you acting like you sitting up here trying to help us, like we have a partnership, and you didn't tell us that your dumb behind was the one that pointed the bullet out in the first place, okay? And then she tells them like, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with me because they trying to pin it on you, boo-boo, okay? Because they offer me full immunity to flip on you and Ghost, okay? And then Angela's like, so why didn't you take it? She said, because it wouldn't save my son. And I said, exactly. Thank you, Tasha, for like seeing the bigger picture that this whole thing is to protect Tariq dumbass. So then Ghost is like, well, how are you going to get Silver? And actually, before we get on this, I didn't know that his name was Deltarius. I was just like, okay. I just had to take a moment just to talk about why was that his name, because they always call him Terry Silver. So then she tells him, she's like, he's going to lie for me because he loves me, Ghost. And I was like, that was just so, like, I needed it to be more when she told him that she was messing with Terry. But whatever, and then the episode ends. So I'll have to say, I'm a little like underwhelmed with this season so far. Like you had this great season opener, and then all of a sudden it just ain't nothing going on. It's like setup episode after setup episode after setup episode, and I need y'all to chop because this was episode 6, and I think it's only 10 episodes this season. So y'all got 4 episodes left, and I need people dying every single episode, and I need stuff hitting the fan, okay, right now. So. As always, my name is Sharonda from Pay or Waste. Those are my thoughts on Power Season 5, Episode 6, A Changed Man. As always, if you like what you saw today, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I will see you soon.